Red alert, red alert, red alert, calling all SME sales and marketing professionals. Your undivided attention is highly required. Believe me, this week's newsletter will surprise you beyond your wildest dream. Trust me, what you are about to read will enlighten you on Malaysia's food situation. It could be an issue that requires your utmost and urgent response. Agree or not? A reasonable request from you? For me, a big yes. You can even bet your last dollar or ringgit that it is a precarious issue. But before you dive headlong into this bulletin, please do read the preview first. Alright, thanks. For starters, the gist of this newsletter reveals that it is unreasonable for us to solely blame middlemen for the high price of vegetables or other goods, for the simple reason that cost of imports has shot up due our weak ringgit. Additionally, there is a dire need for the government to render appropriate help to farmers to increase production just to meet consumers' high demand. Not only that, farmers require help to market their produce and ensuring it is sold. Moreover, it is speculated that middlemen and cartel appear to have a stranglehold in the farmers' livelihood. True or not? While the clock is still ticking, let's continue reading fast and well. Okay, here goes. Breaking news. Middlemen not entirely to blame, believe it or not. The increase in prices of vegetables has been badly influenced by fluctuations cost of import produce, says FOMICA chief. Personally, I cannot agree more with the spokesman. Honest? Jokes aside, Pedaling Jaya, blaming middlemen for the high price of vegetables or other goods is not always right, as sometimes they are merely being made scapegoats. Federation of Malaysian Consumers Association, FMCSA, President Datuk Dr. Marimatha Nadasan said blaming them seems to be the easy way out. It must be remembered the country imports nearly RM1 billion worth of agriculture products. Prices will go up and down depending on the cost of imports. To put the blame entirely on the middleman is not the answer, he said. The government needs to step in to help farmers by developing the required infrastructure, providing finance at low interest, and offer other help farmers need to be successful. Marimathu added that the Federal Agricultural Marketing Authority, FAMA, should be aggressively helping farmers by marketing their produce and ensuring it is sold. The government must help farmers sell their produce by guaranteeing a minimum price for it. By helping farmers, prices will come down. But currently, there is no proper agriculture policy that provides such help, he said. A comprehensive agriculture policy is needed to help farmers and ensure they do not have to rely on middlemen, who are presently important to farmers who need help marketing their produce. Middlemen also provide credit and pay cash for the produce they purchase, and this contributes to farmers' reliance on them. Consumer Association of Penang, CAP, President Mohideen Abdul Qadir said before playing the blame game, the government needs to find out which parties are responsible for the high prices of vegetables. There have been reports of vegetable cartels. So, are they or the middlemen to be blamed for high prices? He said, adding that going after the sellers was not the answer, as they are at the end of the distribution system. The country has a high import bill and relies on imported produce. There should be a comprehensive study on why the nation needs to import produce that can be locally grown, he added. The problem in Malaysia is when an issue is hot, everyone joins the bandwagon to comment, but after a month or so when another issue crops up, the plight of farmers is forgotten. Now that we are at the tail end of the bulletin, we, as responsible business professionals, must admit that the bulletin is an big eye-opener. Indeed, these glaring facts demand us that we cannot ignore the unfounded rumor that middlemen may be the root of all our food problems. Hence, knowing the food situation is very worrying issue, then we must rise up to the challenge to do whatever we can to mitigate the food shortage situations. Are you game? To make a long short, the newsletter can be summarized by saying it's not fair as to heap blame only intermediaries for the high prices of vegetables or other commodities. It could be that import costs have skyrocketed due to our weak ringgit. Plus, the authorities needs to assist farmers increase yield just to meet high consumer demand. In addition, farmers require aids in marketing their products and making sure that they are sold. There is also speculation that middlemen and cartels seem to have a stranglehold on farmers' livelihoods. True or not? To wrap this letter, it is good to remember the words of Nicole Snow. He says, a small business is an amazing way to serve and leave an impact on the world you live in. End of newsletter extracted and modified from Open Printed Media. P.S. Come to think of it, we know if it is a lengthy SME's newsletter, yet we want to congratulate you for watching and reading this bulletin completely. Needless to say, since you have fully read this news, therefore, you now deserve more forthcoming weekly free bonus of chapters of the book How to Handle All Kind of Sales Objection. Additionally, we are eager to know which part of this sales and marketing SME's newsletter you learned most. Your feedbacks are critical so that we can help each other grow effectively. Lest you forget, these sharing will continue in YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn, and of course in our author, trainer, and consultant's email, josephsfn@gmail.com, upon request. Alright, thank you. We hope to meet you next week. Goodbye and best wishes. From me, yours truly, Madam Sophia, the virtual presenter to CTM Joseph. July 15, 2022.